Okay. So, since we already finished discussing about how to draft your background of the study using this template, which is also applicable on how you craft your background of the study when you start to do your chapter 1, 1 and 1 to 3. Okay? So, next natin is the statement of the problem. So, here, I provided the Picot model. Okay, sa Picot model kasi, when we talk about the Picot model, that is P is for profiling, I is for intervention, C is for comparison, then O is outcome, while T is timely. Pero later on, I'll be discussing yung parang, ang ginawa ko kasi, I also continuously look for several ways on how we can draft our statement of the problem na madali. Usually, itong PICOT na to, ginagamit ito sa mga nursing or health-related studies or mga experimentation because there also include time. Pero I have this simplified way on how to discuss further how to draft your statement of the problem. Then later on, the draft nyo siya based on the PICOT. Okay? So this template says that the question here should be connected with your identified gap. Sasagutin niya rin yung mga empirical studies natin and ma-identify natin yung different flow ng background of the study natin. Okay, so for example, dito kasi when it comes to the statement of the problem, hindi mo basta pwedeng sabihin na why are some aviation students lazy? Okay, so hindi mo pwedeng isulat naman sa statement of the problem mo na what is the level of laziness, parang hindi siya positive. Okay, so dapat it has something to do with the title na nabuo natin. Okay, so since medyo mahirap intindihin muna to ngayon, babalikan natin siya later on. I found ways so para mas present natin na mabuti yung statement of the problem natin, but I want you to listen carefully with this because aside from discussing the way on how to present your statement of the problem, at the same time we will also be discussing the specific statistical tool to be used dun sa specific question na yon. So meaning to say, nakahanap tayo ng ways on how to easily understand on how to draft your statement of the problem. So binase ko na rin siya sa different statistics. Okay, so move on tayo dun sa next natin. Ito. Yeah. Actually, I am discussing this research tool because they already have their statement of the problem, and ang kailangan na lang nila is to look for the statistical tools appropriate for the questions that they formulated. So, ang gagawin naman natin ngayon is both i-discuss natin. Okay? So, dito, I would like to emphasize that yung nasa left ninyo, yung research question wants to, yung dalawa dyan, which is describe and determine, yan yung isang type of statistic which is descriptive. Yung compare to, compare 3, compare same group, yan naman yung inferential statistics. Yung determine relationship and determine association, yan naman yung causal. Okay? Yung last, which is determine predictor, is the predictive, meaning to say we are now using the 4 types of statistics. Ano yung mga yon? Descriptive, inferential statistics, causal statistics, and predictive statistics. So I find this effective para mas maintindihan natin yung title, the statement of the problem or the problems that we are going to answer based on the title at ang kanilang corresponding tools na gagamitin natin. So, sabi ko nga kanina, when it comes to the format, the last part wherein I mentioned the quantitative, the design science research methodology, I think, and the anong tawag din yung dalawa, mixed method, that will not be used as part of the template kasi as you listen to this video, I am expecting that you will be adapting this statistical tools na gagamitin nyo per questions na mabubuo ninyo and not yung tatlong yon. So, dito natin makikita if you really listen with the discussion. Okay, so dito, tandaan natin that the first two, the describe, aviation, and determine is a descriptive statistics. So, if you want to describe your respondents, we commonly ask their perceptions, their behavior, and their profile. Yun yung describe. Okay? But if you want to determine the level or measure the extent of degree of, we use the number 2. Okay? So, paano natin gagawin yon? Okay, for example, ang title natin is the ano isa kanina? Ito, sulat natin. Ground school preparedness of aviation students. Yeah, for example, yan yung title natin. Okay, wait lang. Okay, so I hope na naririnig niyo ako. Okay, so ito siya. For example, we have the title na, again, the ground school competency and flight training preparedness of aviation students. So, for example, una, kailangan you have the descriptive. Dalawa lang yan. It's either the descriptive that describes the perceptions and behavior or profile of the respondents. You start with the description. Okay, so the number 1. Okay, paano natin i-describe yan? Place tayo ng isang okay, for example, dito tayo. Yung una natin is descriptive. Okay, we have 2. Yung una, describe the respondents. Yan yung pwedeng their perceptions, it deals with their perceptions, behavior, or their profile. Okay, so paano natin gagawan ng question yan? So, in question form. So, let me remind everybody that this is the statement of the problem when your study is a basic study. If your study is a research project or applied, dalawa din lang yan. You do the statement of the problem and your objective. So, whatever na nagawa ninyong statement of the problem in question form, gagawan nyo siya ng gagawan nyo siya ng objective. So, kung ano yung statement of the problem ninyo, yun din yung objective ng study nyo. In descriptive form nga lang, pag objective. Ayun. So, let's start. For example, dito kasi, pwede ka na mag-start with identifying agad yung level of measurement. Pero, you can also consider looking at their perception or behavior. Pero this time, pipiliin natin yung profile kasi later on, we would like to apply the inferential. So, if you want to describe their profile, so automatically start with what is the profile of the student pilot in terms of, syempre, ano ba yung mga gusto nating malaman sa kanila? Pwedeng age. But make sure that the profile has something to do with your inferential. Now, if your inferential, it doesn't even answer your profile, then wag na kayo maglalagay ng profile. Direct na kayo kaagad dun sa level or measurement. Okay, so ilagay muna natin dito. Explain ko later on. Okay, so year level. Year level. Yan, okay? So, that is one kind of descriptive na tumutukoy under describe the respondents. Okay? Ano pa yung pwedeng describe? Sabi mo, perception. So, for example, pwede mong itanong dyan, what is the competency of the ground level? What is the ground school competency as perceived by the respondents or student pilots. Okay, so word na perceived, hindi nyo kasi siya mini-measure as to 4, 3, 2, 1. Wala siyang degree, wala siyang extent, wala siyang level. So, ibig sabihin, the students can answer you, pwede nilang sagutin kayo na based doon sa based dun sa kanilang perception or based dun sa mga ibibigay nyong mga choices, ganon. Ayun, so yan yung sa describe. Okay, kung paano nyo describe lang sila, kasi it is the respondents who decide on the answers based dun sa questions na to. Like for sa age, kahit na sabihin natin you put some choices like 18 to 20 years old, 21 to 50 years old. So it's the students pa rin or it's the respondents pa rin ang magdi-decide kung saan sila belong, and it describes their perception na they belong to 18 to 30 years old, mga ganon. So hindi siya influenced by something na nilagay nyo lang to measure something. Hindi nyo kasi mini-measure yung kanilang mga ages, kasi it's their own and free will na sagot based doon sa kanilang personal description kung sino sila, kung ilang taon sila, anong gender nila, etc. Okay? So that is how you will present your descriptive under describe the respondents. Pangalawa is to measure. Okay? Describe the level or measurement or degree or extent, ganon. Okay, so dito naman na part, the respondents describe their level, their degree through a measurement. Okay, so yan, so through a measurement. So, ibig sabihin, hindi yun based on their personal perceptions and behavior. Nakadepende yun sa kung ano yung itinanong mo. Ikaw nag-set ng parameter. So, since dito, directly, it should answer your title. Okay? So, for example, number 1, pag quantitative, do not start with how, you have to start with what. Kasi ang how and why is for qualitative. Okay? So, dito, what is the level of competency? What is the level of ground school competency of the student pilot as to, limbawa, ano ba yung mga ground school nyo. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung mga ground school. For example, lagay natin dyan, communication. Ano pa ba? Theoretical knowledge. Ganun. Knowledge. Okay. So, kayo na maglagay dun sa mga different ground school competency of the students. And this, the students describe the level based on kung ano yung sinet mong parameter. Ano ba yung mga sineset mong parameter dyan for communication? But, we are talking about the competency. So, ibig sabihin, highly competent, moderately competent, competent, not competent, needs improvement, mga ganon. Yung mga pwede mong ilagay dyan. And the responses of your respondents based on dun sa measure na nilagay mo. Okay? So, dito ba, Doc, kailangan isa lang? You can have one or two. It depends upon the title or it depends upon the needs of your study. For example, ito, yeah, you mentioned about the competency. You may also want to measure their preparedness. And, pwede mo rin i-consider yung challenges. Kasi, di ba, sabi nga natin that this can be measured na pwede mong sabihin yung association ng competency and the preparedness. But, there are some factor na pwedeng maka-influence why their competency and their preparedness were affected. So, you may also consider as the researcher na ilagay yung challenges that they encountered. Okay? So, dun na part, pwede ka maglagay dyan ng you can include 4 or 3, 2 to 3 descriptive. Okay? So, for example, yan. So, competency, flight preparedness. So, those are just example. You can also include there what are the challenges encountered. Or, syempre, pag sinabi mong challenges encountered, so, highly encountered, moderately encountered, ganon. Okay? So, those are questions na pwede mong ma-draw using the descriptive method. The descriptive. Kung babalikan natin this one, the descriptive and the determinant of your level of extent, for example, yung describe the profile, behavior, or perception, the statistical tools na gagamitin ninyo, and dapat nyo i-discuss yan under here, the methodology. Hindi ito ang i-discuss ninyo, ha. I want you to discuss that in question number 1, the researchers will be using the frequency method. Kasi, bakit frequency? Because you are describing their profile, you are describing their perception, and you are describing their behavior. Now, dito naman sa determining the level of or extent of, ang gagamitin mo dyan is mean and standard deviation. Bakit? It's because you are your question is measured by range or Likert scale, yung 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or the highly competent, moderately competent, ganon. Okay? So, yun yung dalawa. Yung first, descriptive statistics. So, we already discussed how to write down your statement of the problem, and at the same time, what specific statistical tools are appropriate to measure those questions na na-derive mo when we talk about descriptive statistics. Okay? So, next natin, i-comparison. Ito. Okay. So, dito naman, if you want to compare, inferential tong tatlong to, ha, inferential. Ang tawag dito sa tatlong compare. Okay? So, for the 3 compare, inferential ang tawag yan. So, here's the explanation for the 3. If you want to compare, or if you are comparing 2 independent groups, you may use the independent sample t-test. So, paano ang ibig sabihin nun? For example, you are comparing the ground school competency and their preparedness. Dalawang group na yon. Just to inform you guys that when we talk about group, it doesn't pertain to group of students lang yan. Pwedeng variable group, mean group. Okay, so ibig sabihin, it's a group of variables. Pwedeng group ng tao, group ng mga tao based on sa age, o variable group ang tawag doon kasi ang mga age, gender level variables yan. Or mean group, pag sinabi mong mean group, yun yung overall sagot nila. Ano ba yung mean group na meron tayo? This one, the competency and the preparedness. Okay? So, if you want to compare 2 groups, again, you may use an independent sample t-test. So, how will you do that? If you're going to compare a particular variable to each other na ang tawag doon na based on the responses of your respondents, or if you're going to produce an app pwede mong i-compare yung performance ng mga respondents mo, especially those who used your app and those who did not use your app. Ang tawag doon is controlled or uncontrolled groups, or experimental and non-experimental group. So that is independent sample. But if your app, halimbawa may app ka na nabuo, tapos you are going to measure the effectiveness of the app, if that particular app really improve the competency level of the students, pero you get first the grade nila nung una before you let them use the app, but same group of respondents, ang tawag doon is yung paired sample t-test ang gagamitin mong statistical tool. Okay, ulitin ko. If you have a particular app, then you get their grades before you let them use the app. Same group of respondents, ha. It doesn't necessary it is hindi siya necessary na kailangan 2 groups ng estudyante. Kahit isang group lang yan, o pwede rin 2 groups if you want. Basta there is comparison before and after. For example, you created an app, then both group both experimental and non-experimental mo, kinuha mo yung grade nila. 0 out yung grade nila before using the app. Pero ginroup mo na sila na dalawa. Tapos, after mo sila na group na dalawa, pinagamit mo yung app sa isang group lang. Yun yung tinatawag mong experimental. But you already have the grade nila before, ha? Both of them, the experimental and non-experimental. Then, after mo makuha yung grade nila, pinagamit mo yung app kay experimental. Then, the non-experimental didn't use anything. Whatever the result ng grade nila using the app, then, ang gagamitin mo doon is paired sample t-test. Kasi you have the comparison of the before and after performance of each group. Then later on, the result of their performances may be considered na ma-compute using the independent sample. Why? It's because pwede mong i-present din kasi the result of their grades when yung experimental mo ginamit yung app, yung isa hindi. Just to know or just to present in all ways yung effectiveness ng app na nagamit mo. Okay? For example naman, it's not an app. Comparing the competency and the preparedness ng mga estudyante. You ask about their level of competency, you ask about their level of preparedness, then the mean, yung mean rating nito, ni competency mo, plus the mean rating ni mean rating ng preparedness, i-compare mo siya. Ang tawag doon is independent sample t-test. Okay? Comparing two means. Okay? Pero paano pag ang group mo or independent group mo is 3, comparing 3, gagamit ka ng ANOVA. Okay? Paano nangyayari yon? For example, you are going to look for the difference ng competency level ng mga estudyante and the preparedness of the students when grouped according to their age. So, may 3 kang variable doon. The age, meron kang 3 groups. Age group, competency mean group, preparedness mean group, then you use the ANOVA. Huwag tayong matakot when it comes to the statistical tools because there are lots of statistical treatment na pwede nating gamitin in order for us to compute yung result niya. Ang pinakamahirap kasi is to decide when to use those statistical tools. And I am discussing it today para mas maintindihan natin na aside from doing the question, we can identify immediately what specific, or we can decide immediately what specific statistical tools are you going to use if these are being considered in your study. So, if that's the case, then yun, magkaroon kayo ng inferential study or inferential questions na pwedeng sagutin ng mga ito. Okay? So, let's move on dun sa paggawa niyan for inferential. Okay, in differential. Okay, so start with is there. Halimbawa, yung isa, yung compare two independent groups. Okay, so two independent groups, for example, is there a significant difference? Okay, difference in, for example, flight training preparedness between student pilots with or without prior simulation experience. For example, yan yung ito yung isang example of question when we talk about independent sample t-test, kasi meron tayong two separate at isang independent group, separate group. Okay, two separate or two independent group. Independent kasi may isa, tapos may dalawa, with or without, at kino-compare natin dun sa preparedness nila. Okay, so that is one example of independent sample. Now, let's move on dun sa ANOVA or one-way ANOVA. So, pwedeng modify ko to. So, for example, is there significant difference in yan. So, dito ulitin ko lang. So, is there a significant difference in aviation, safety, competency, among when group according to their profile. Okay, profile pwede age, gender, year, level. Okay, so 3 or more kasi we have 3 profile here: age, gender, year, level. Okay, so yun yung one-way ANOVA. Yung sa taas, independent t-test. Okay, so yan siya. Explain ko later o yung isa pa. Okay, now an example of the paired t-test naman is halimbawa, is there a significant difference in ground school competency of student pilot before and after undergoing simulation based training. Okay, so ang meron tayong isang intervention is ito paired t-test ito. Yan, okay. So ang meron tayong isa is simulation based training before and after. Yun yung paired t-test. Okay, so dito naman I would like to emphasize also that you only include here the profile kung mayroon kayong inferential or causal or predictive na kinoconnect ang profile. Now, if wala naman kayo ditong inferential question na nagko-connect sa profile, then better remove the profile. Magdadagdag kayo ng determine the level of, mga ganun. Okay, so that is for the inferential. Next natin is the tandaan natin inferential starts with significant difference. Okay, the next natin is the relationship or the association. So, causal yan. Now, dito sa title ninyo, if ang nilagay nyo dito is relationship of ground school. If the title, if yung title ninyo immediately identify what are you going to do, yung relationship, that is already causal. So automatically ang question nyo dito ang question nyo for that is hindi na siya hindi na papasok din ang descriptive. You may immediately start with what is the relationship, ganon. Okay, pwede na kayo mag-start kaagad sa what is the relationship. So causal, okay, causal, what is, or is there a relationship between, is there a significant relationship between, ganun. Tapos, o kaya, what is the relationship of two, ganun. Okay? So, ganun lagi. Yung for the causal. Okay? Ganun. Sa predictive naman, regression siya. Sa title pa lang, makikita mo na kaagad. For example, ito. Last is the predictive statistics. So, automatically, this is regression. Is there a significant relationship? Ganun din. Significant relationship. Balik. Relationship o kaya is ground school competency is the profile of the respondents significantly predicts the ground school competency and preparedness of the students. Ganon. So, yan yung predictive. Okay? So, yan yung example of predictive. Okay? So, ganyan siya. Si causal naman natin, basta may word na predict dito sa predictive and dun sa title ninyo, hindi siya relationship. Parang profile. Halimbawa, exposure to stress, induced video games as predictors of ground school competency and yan, parang ganyan. Yun yung predictive. If ganyan yung study na gusto nyong malaman. If gusto nyong malaman you are predicting something kasi na hindi pa natin alam what will be the future. Yun yung sa predictive. Okay? So, halimbawa, we wanted to know if their exposure dito sa video game is the predictor talaga ng kanilang competency and preparedness. Parang gano'n ang gusto nyo malaman. Then, you immediately consider si predictive na question. Ganyan yung questioning niya. But, since sabi mo kasi dito is stress-induced video games. So, kailangan manaman natin yung kanilang perceptions and behavior. So, automatically, from the title itself, you need the descriptive, then put some descriptive that will be used in getting the or predicting this profile to the main variable natin, which is the ground school competency and flight training preparedness. Okay? So, ganun din kay association for causal. Yung sinabi natin kanina, relationship. If sa title pa lang kita mo ng relationship, that is causal. So, Doc, kailangan ba din namin na lagyan ng descriptive? Yes, depende sa inyo. If you're going to describe the profile nila or directly moved on to the level or the measurement, okay, before you come up with a particular causal questions. And from there, decide ka na what specific tools are you going to use to address or answer or compute the gathered data for the four statistical questions, four statistical based questions ninyo, yung descriptive, inferential, causal, and the predictive. Okay, so these are the statistical tools that you're going to use. Siguro you may have some information through online kung ano ang mga ito. Okay, Pearson correlation coefficient, ginagamit yun to compare the two means, while si Spearman rho naman is the mean tapos frequency. Si chi-square naman is expected and observed, and linear regression naman is something na pinipredict natin yung connection and relationship of each variable. Okay, so that will be for the statement of the problem and your references. So magkasabay na yan. Okay, same as with doon sa pagbuo natin ng objective of the study, kasi kung ano man yung statement of the problem ninyo, that will also be the objective but in declarative form. Okay, for the references, sabi natin kanina, whatever na information na binigay nyo sa background, you have to identify the references here, but nakakategorize kung ano yung concern natin na diniscuss under the background of this study. And for the methodology, whatever na methods or statistical tools that you believe can help your study in line with answering the specific statement of the problem, ilalagay natin dito sa methodology. Okay, so ayun, that will be for the template natin and a short overview about on what are to be included in your study, and also discussing this type of strategy in order for you to draft questions and automatically identify the specific statistical tool to use in treating the data na magagather nyo later on based on the question form that you formulated based on the title, and using the four type of statistics, itong apat, which is the descriptive, inferential, causal, and predictive. Okay,